Vice President of the NFLPA, Troy Vincent, tweeted the committee is also exploring ways. The NFL Vice President, I should say, Troy Vincent, tweeted the committee is also exploring ways, including considering immediate ejections or suspensions to take dangerous hits out of the game. Do you think the NFL needs to pump the brakes or hit the gas on that idea?
Yeah, I would go foot all the way to the floor relative to the other proposals that we expect to happen in the next owners meeting that will be held at a Phoenix area hotel in about a week's time. The other ones that have been proposed already, I think, are pretty trivial. Like, we're going to create a video to better line out what celebrations are allowed after a touchdown. This is legitimate. I mean, with how everything has gone, business, reputation for their commissioner, all the way down to this league that has trumped the Major League Baseball and even the NBA in terms of being America's sport over the last 15 years, I think CTE and head trauma is the biggest risk, and maybe the fact, but it's all really circulated around that, of fewer people raising their children to play football. But
right.
I think the biggest deterrent is I don't want my child to have brain damage.
Right.
And I think this is actually appears from afar as a drop in the bucket, but ejections, which would then probably lead to either suspensions or if they prorate fines or salary reduction if you're, ejected in the first quarter. They'd have to work all that out.
Right.
But it's probably a loss of salary of some way. You may be ejected beyond another game if it starts going down that slippery slope. But I think that millionaires, whether or not they think they're going to be broke in a decade or not, embarrassment, ridicule, punishment, attention towards that in a negative light, I think that's almost as much of a threat as money is. I think this is a very good direction to step towards.
Scott, we generally align with our beliefs on how we perceive the world. Our perspectives are similar.
Yeah, we do.
My concern is if this is the slope that the NFL goes down, when does the game veer away from the NFL that we know? It seems difficult to me for players to, in that moment when they're trying to make a play to stop someone from getting yardage or into an end zone, your job is to, if you're a defensive player, prevent him from going any further. You have to use as much force as possible. I understand, leading with your helmet, that's something you can. But I've seen now referees shoulder to chest contact. If the head snaps back like this and looks like it can cause whiplash, you're getting a flag for that.
So that's like result-based, regardless of how they tackle.
Right.
I get that. And then the danger is, not only is it bang-bang in terms of a secondary player to a wide receiver, which is a lot of these cases.
Right.
It's also like bang-bang with we want to speed up the game. Like, you're going to rush into the ejection as well. There's a lot of pressure. By the way, I think the other thing we need to keep in mind is you're worried about the NFL that we know it right now. This is nowhere near the NFL we knew it in the 70s and 80s, which is far more violent. And the sport has thrived because of this more PC product.
Another thing that I have concern with is they want these big hits in the open field that they believe linemen who bang heads every play. That is just as damaging, if not more. Well, yeah, just those big hits, the ones that look great that you see on NFL films.
Right.
You want to regulate those, but you're not going to regulate linemen that literally bang their head together 70, 75 times a game.
How do you prevent that?
That's the thing. It's like you're picking one or the other. That's my concern. It's a conversation that could go on much longer. We need to leave it here. If you have some thoughts, please share them with us on Twitter. @120sports. Use the hashtag